Hey, everybody. I guess I should be used to that. That's what you do every time you ring the bell. Welcome to the Preserved Moose, everybody. This is Bullwinkle Wednesday, the only open mic comedy show in a backyard, I guess.
Exactly.
Every month there's a theme. This time the theme is disaster. It is mildly topical. Sorry about that. There's been some shit going on lately, but I'm sure y'all will talk about it at some point. So everybody's getting 5 minutes. I don't know if I said that to everybody outside, but gonna start things off really quickly with Chris Bailey, everybody.
What's up, Moose? Disaster is Ian asked who wanted to go first, and Zane volunteered, and then he had me go first. I don't fucking understand why he even bothered asking. Makes no fucking sense. It's like you wanted the Zane to stick around for some odd reason. I don't understand. No one here wanted him to, though, so I don't fucking...
Untrue, I love Zane.
All right, we got one guy that wanted him to be here. All right, gonna pander to him now. All right, guys. But I did see a dog today that looked like it had more money than me. Yeah, guys ever seen one of them ballin' ass dogs? Fucking leather vest, fucking white fur, chains, pockets. Fucking pockets, man. Have you seen a dog with pockets? Most women don't have pockets. Goddamn. But I have short man syndrome according to tall assholes. Yeah. They're always like, why you look so pissed off all the time? Because I'm 5'5", and if I don't look upwards at a man not pissed off, it just looks like I'm in love with them. It's tough down here, fellas. What can I say? But I don't know. 2023 is shaping out to be a good year for me, though. I'm gonna be 9 years sober this year. Yeah, man. I was a real binge drinker, though, and I don't know. Alcohol really turned me into something I never really wanted to be. A bar regular. Except for I wasn't even a regular at a cool dive bar. I was a regular at a Buffalo Wild Wings. Yeah. I really wish the tornado would have took down the one in McCain, honestly. It's a disaster they didn't take that out, because I want to relapse every time I pass it, you know? Just BWWs and BBWs for me, you know? But I don't know. I was in an awkward situation, though, recently. I ran out of toilet paper in a beautiful girl's bathroom. Yeah. Tough choices. Had I yelled out to the hallway for another roll, she would have known I was in the house. Yeah, I don't know. I did read an article today, though, and it said a guy got paid $35,000 for donating a testicle. Yeah, and my only thought was I'm officially balls deep in student loan debt. Yeah. Come on, Biden, where are you at, buddy? Fucking, where's my student loan, you know? He fucking ran on that shit. I think he just fucking forgot it at this point, you know? But, I don't know. I did see another article about cannabis lube. You got about cannabis lube? Yeah. They for the trials for cannabis lube, it said that a woman had an orgasm for up to 30 minutes. And I don't want to think that's entirely too long. 30 minutes? Fucking 30 minutes. That's a fucking seizure at this point, you know what I'm saying? Fucking 30 minutes. God. All right. That's all I got for you guys tonight. I'm going to give it back up to Ian.
Chris Bailey, everybody. All right, so when I do these shows, I always like to have at least one story in mind before I go up, and if I don't, I usually end up just trying to like wing it in between sets, because maybe I'll come up with something at some point. And this is one of those nights, because I ain't got shit yet, so we're going to bring him the next guy. Put it together for a walking disaster. I'm going to use that every time now. Zane Lovelady, everybody.
It's me, that dirty bitch that wanted to go first. Hell yeah, baby, disasters. Stupid tornado. Stupid. Weak tornado, really. I mean, were any of you guys affected by the tornado? What happened to you?
I don't have a home.
You don't have a home anymore? Ah.
We live here now. Not so.
Well, right. But I mean, you're here.
Yeah.
It missed you, at least, you know? That's good, man. I'm sorry about your home. That is terrible. But I mean, gotta find a reason to remodel, right? I mean, at some point or another. I mean, did you have insurance? Did you have home insurance? No? Fuck, dude. Again, at least you're not dead. I mean, that's all we can think, right? I mean, not a single death in Pulaski County. Not a single death in Pulaski County, right? You gotta celebrate that, right? That nobody died. Yeah, come on. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I was a little bit bummed out. I was really hoping this tornado was gonna get me, dude. I was really, I wanted it really badly. When the tornadoes started going off, the sirens, they were like, hey, you need to come downstairs, get the shelter. Don't want to go. Didn't want to. I was hoping the tornado was gonna take me out, dude. I didn't want to go. No. You guys never seen a storm chaser on foot, have you? I was out there running around after it, man. I know that this tornado tore up West Little Rock, but I was trying to look like the Wicked Witch of the East in this. Just underneath a house, cane sticking out.
Wearing cool socks?
Nah, not cool socks. Just these shitty blue ones I've got on right now. Just those socks. It didn't though. I wish I hadn't, I gotta be honest, I wish I hadn't talked to you about your house blowing away. I really, I do. I regret it. It was a bad choice. I didn't even have anything to talk about after that. I was like, were any of you guys affected? Anyone want to talk about a real fucking letdown before I try and be funny for 5 minutes? I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna start in a hole. If anyone wants to watch me try and vertical leap out of it, Catch a Moose Set by Zane Lovelady. Talking about disasters. I went to the eye doctor yesterday. Bad news. Yeah, it's really not even the bad news you guys probably think it is. A nurse tried to push me in a rolly chair and grunted. Yeah. Just went to give me the old heave-ho. I started trying to give her excuse. I was like, who puts a rolly chair on carpet, right? His wheels really need some WD-40, you know? She's like, I normally don't have this much trouble. I was like, oh, thanks. She was trying to be nice, man. She was trying to be nice, you know, but I don't know. It's those kind of situations where I feel like my disability is harder on other people than it is for me. Because, you know, like, I live with this day in, day out. This is my reality. But they work at a place where they are just curing people with glasses every day. They just walk in there. They're like, oh, what you got? Oh, astigmatism? Oh, well, here, let me slap some spanking new spectacles on you. You go do some reading. Go shoot a bow and arrow, buddy. You're fixed. And I just walked in there. They're like, what seems to be the issue? I have retinitis pigmentosa. Oh, still not a cure for that. Okay. Why are you here? Just a checkup, you know? Just a checkup, and they just start to take me through the ring. I just start failing eye exam after eye exam. I wish I had a counter for how many times I heard "I'm sorry" yesterday. It felt like a carnival where they were just being honest that all the games are rigged against me, you know? Oh, the ball didn't go in the hoop again. You never had a chance anyway. You never had a chance. Literally, by the end of the eye doctor appointment, I was consoling them. I was like, no way, it's okay. I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be okay. You did your best. It's okay. It's not all bad. All right, dude. Well, shit, dude. Good thing the theme was disasters. Fucking... what? Okay. You're so funny. Ian Redford, everybody. Ian Redford.
Zane Lovelady, everybody. Because somebody has to be the first one to dig that hole. Sorry about that, bud. It was gonna happen. I'm glad it happened quickly, I guess. All right. Moving on to the next fella. We got a Moose regular. Johno Banks, everybody.
No, you can't get a beer. Hey, what's up, baby? So I think disaster is kind of the perfect fucking theme for a stand-up comic, because either you tell some really funny jokes and people laugh, or your set turns into a fucking disaster and it becomes like an Andy Kaufman Art Nouveau fucking thing. So, good topic. I appreciate disaster. When I think of disaster, I also think of sirens going off. Constantly in my neighborhood, sirens are going off. It's like every other night. Fucking police or firefighters or whoever it is. And always my first thought is, damn, I hope that's not my DoorDash driver. Daddy's hungry, okay? I need my DoorDash. Speaking of disasters, I recently went to Florida. Huge disaster, fucking Florida. Specifically Central Florida. It's fucking disgusting. And I was there for spring rape week. I don't know if you've ever been, but that's where all the college girls get raped. It's terrible. It's an awful thing. Very first thing I do when I get to Daytona Beach on my trip is check in, go into my hotel room. I'm trying to quietly masturbate by myself, and there's a fucking commotion out in the hallway. I'm like, God damn it. Why now? So I get up, and sure enough, there's this fucking couple 2 doors down that are having this huge domestic fight. And I'm talking like blood was involved. It was nasty. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then I looked at my watch and I go, oh yeah, March. God damn it, I'm here during spring break. And I was like, this sucks. So I should have known something was up with this hotel though, because as soon as I walked in, it was a 200-pound door with an automatic lock into the hotel room. I was like, okay, these people know what the fuck they're doing. They got this all set up. So this domestic thing went on all fucking night. And I was there with my daughter, and I was trying to calm my daughter down. I was like, look, we have this 200-pound door. We're fine. We're locked in our room. We'll get this figured out. And it went on till like 7 o'clock in the fucking morning. No police were called. Finally, I called Hotels.com. I was like, I have a complaint. They go, what's your complaint? I go, there was a rape 2 doors down, and the management did nothing. I was like, should I call the police? And Hotels.com was like, well, let me give you a Hotel.com credit. I go, you're right. Now we don't need to get the police involved here. We're good. Florida. Some people say Florida's like the dangling dong of America, but I really like to think of it as a used condom. It's damp. You depending on the time of year, smells kind of fishy. And it is packed to the gills full of wasted DNA.
Yeah!
That whole state, the whole state is just wasted DNA. God, those people in Florida suck. Is anybody here from Florida? They are awful. Anyway, that was really all I had for disasters. I'll leave you on one last note. I hate ambiguity and cupcakes. Good night.
Johno Banks, everybody!
Cupcakes are fucking stupid.
Cupcakes are fucking actually delicious. What the fuck? I will fight about this. Alright, just
Too much
kidding.
icing.
That's fair. I don't know, it depends on the icing. Like, if they're good cupcakes, they got good icing. Anyway, let's move right along to yet another walking disaster. It's never gonna get old. Fucking Bonz, everybody.
Damn, I got some big feet. Hey, everybody, how's it going tonight? Let's hear it for disasters! Yay! I don't know if anybody here's ever been in a disaster, but, there was a terrible tornado that, I'm so sorry about your house, by the way. They got, a lot of stuff got destroyed about a week and a half ago or so. But I've never been in a tornado myself, thank God. But I have been in a hurricane. And people say, you were in a hurricane? I was like, yeah. I said, well, let me ask you a question. When you're dealing with hurricanes, they kind of tell you it's coming, right? Yeah? So with tornadoes, you got like a 5-minute warning. With a hurricane, you got like a 5-day warning. Nobody should be around, but here we are out there fishing on the pier. So me and a buddy of mine, we decided to go fishing. So we're down in Florida. We got down to Okaloosa Island. All the way down there, people keep telling us, there's a hurricane coming. There's a hurricane coming. You're headed to a hurricane? There's going to be a hurricane while you're there. Okay, yeah, we're still going. It's our vacation. So we get down to Okaloosa Island, check into our Econo Lodge. And, if you've ever been to an Econo Lodge, they usually have 2 doors. One goes into the hallway and one goes right outside. And the one that goes right outside went down to the bay. So it was like across this yard, and then there was like this nice picnic table, and then you had like a 20-foot drop down to the bay. And that's going to be important in a minute when I tell you. Anyway, so we went fishing. So we're out on the pier now at the end of the evening there. We're out there fishing. Now the pier is like 367 feet long, right? Way out into the water. And as you're going out there, there's like 3 little sections that are kind of a little bigger along the way. And one of them has like a covered area. That's going to be important later too. And so you've got like this like pavilion kind of thing right in the middle of the pier, right? And so everybody's going like all the way down, fishing. Well, it's a nice day, sun's shiny. We hear there's a hurricane coming, but right now it's a beautiful day. Well, I had to go back up to the shop to get something, so back up the 367, foot fucking pier to go get some bait or something anyway. And then by the time I get back, it's now raining, and the wind's starting to blow. And remember the little area I told you about that was covered? Yeah, everybody who's on the pier was underneath that coverage of that thing, trying to figure out how to get back to the inland. And so I went past all them, swimming through all these people and stuff, and finally got to the end to see my buddy. And I said, hey, man, they tell me there's a hurricane coming. He says, yeah, I heard that too. And all of a sudden, and we might have been smoking a little and drinking a little while we were out there, but I look over at the Gulf of Mexico, and I see this double rainbow. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. And right in the middle of it is like 3 storms. You can see this little thing spinning all around inside there. I'm going, that could be that hurricane that's coming this way. So we continue fishing, and about that time, this guy shows up on this little golf cart. He pulls up, and he's got badges, and he's got a gun, so we have to listen to him. And he goes, hey, he goes, you guys got to leave. I said, why? He goes, because the pier's closed. And my buddy, right, never missed a beat, goes, I'm sorry, I thought this was a 24-hour-a-day pier. He goes, not when there's a fucking hurricane coming. So he says, but I got a tarpon on the end of my line, and he's reeling. And the guy walks over and says, with some snips and goes, no anymore you don't. Now get off the damn pier. So we go heading back across the pier all upset because, we had to stop fishing. And so we go back to the hotel, past the beautiful Holiday Inn. That's important later. And then we go past the Holiday Inn over to our little Econo Lodge inside. And we're looking out the window. And it's it's starting to storm a little bit, but it's not anything really dangerous, you wouldn't say. So we got high, went to sleep. About 6 o'clock in the morning, I wake up to this tremendous sound I've never heard in my life, and I hope I never hear it again. And it's just this really loud shit going on. So I get there to the door and look out the window. And remember that picnic table I told you about that was about 20 feet above the water line? Water splashing over the top of that damn picnic table now. And I see two palm trees basically like kiss themselves. And I went, holy shit, this is it. I'm going to sleep. So we all went back to sleep and then woke about 10 o'clock. And then it was nice. It's a pretty day. Walked outside, sun shining. There was a tree sticking out of a van. A couple cars flipped over. Thank God mine was okay. Actually, I wish it would have been destroyed. It wasn't a great car. Anyway, so then I walk into the front door of the office, right? And I'm not thinking anything about it. And this guy goes, he's looking around. He's going, where the hell did you come from? And I was like, my hotel room. You stayed? Yeah. You know they evacuated the whole island last night. The only reason I'm here is because I'm protecting the hotel. No, I didn't know that. I didn't get that message. So I said, well, okay, well, fine, man. He goes, I said, well, yeah, we have no electricity. He goes, yeah, no shit, the whole island has no electricity. I went, okay, well, I'm going to go down to the store here and get something to eat. He goes, you don't understand. You're it. There's nobody else here on the fucking island. Okay, so me and my buddy went and he opened up the vending machine, so we got us some nuts out of the vending machine. That's what we had for lunch that day. We still had some beer left, so we drank that. And then later on that day, they finally opened up the bridge. And we got to go across the bridge and went to the Waffle House there. And they had gas, but no electricity, of course, right? So they could cook us up some eggs, they could cook us up some bacon, and give you some bread. And that was the best damn meal I ever had. Thank you, I'm Bonz. Good night.
Bonz, everybody. All right, so you just heard one long, awkward story. Get ready for another one. So when I was a kid, we used to go camping a lot. And one time we went camping. We were only there for it was the first night, the whole fucking family, me, my parents, and my two sisters. And at some point in the middle of the night while we were sleeping, something happened. We didn't know what happened. My parents thought there might have been a chemical spill or something. But there was some shit on my parents' tent. It's something. And my mom got really, really sick really quickly. We had to rush to the hospital. They thought maybe we had been crop dusted or something, by an actual crop duster. I don't know. We went to a hospital nearby, and I stayed at the hospital with my mom, and my dad went back and packed up camp, and we had to be there for a day before she was okay. Turned out it wasn't really that big a deal. There was a skunk that had sprayed our tent. But my parents were freaking the fuck out because they couldn't identify what it was, and it hit my mom directly, so she was really badly affected by it. Anyway, that's not the funny part of the story. The funny part of the story is, it's 6 months later, I'm really young at this point. I'm 9, 10. I'm listening to 94.1 on the radio at my house while I'm bored because I was a weird kid. And they were having this thing in the middle of the day where people were calling in and telling them stories about times that they had to wait really, really long in a waiting room at the hospital. So I decided to call them and tell them that story. But I really I embellished it. I lengthened the parts where I talked about how my mom was throwing up the whole time in the car and we were freaking out. We thought we were crop dusted, bro. And they were just listening to me tell this story and being oh man, that sucks. And like eventually they were just like, all right, well we got to go, and they never like aired the story that I told them, and I was really upset at the time, but in retrospect, like I would not have either if I was them. Yeah, so that's a really long and awkward weird story. We're gonna move on to the next guy. Yet another walking disaster, Addy Herman, everybody.
Appreciate it, everybody. Keep it going for Ian Redford over here. Man, you are really fucking good at intros, buddy. Yeah, I've always wondered what fucking Stuart Little's brother would look like in a Barbie wig. This is fantastic. It's fantastic to be here at the Preserved Moose, home of the world's loudest patio door. That's fantastic. Seriously, right? I haven't heard an entryway that loud since I had anal without lube, all right? I'm sore as shit. You guys want to talk about disasters? Look what this humidity is doing to my hair. It's like that, ladies, you know? If you have straight hair, you want it curly. And if you have curly hair, you want to die. That's fine. I'll just go fuck my own ass, people. No, on March 31st, a tornado ripped through the city, causing millions of dollars of damage and killing dozens. These, hello, Isaac. These April Fool's pranks are really getting out of hand. Seriously, no, I treated the tornado like the coronavirus. I was like, I've heard it's really terrible. I haven't seen any proof. Oh, yeah, people are dying. Fake news. Now, if I learned one thing, it was a sense of community I had. Like, folks were calling me up that I didn't even know had my number. My estranged ex-wife, she called me. Haven't talked to her in 6 months. I can't tell you how good it felt to hear the sadness in her voice when he realized I was still alive. I was like, yeah, I'm fine, but your son is still a bastard born out of wedlock. Oh, yeah, poor son. That's all right. He didn't make it. No, it's not. It's some other. He was a pogue. You know what a pogue is? It's a personnel other than grunt. It's an army term. She was what you call a dependopotamus. Do you know what that is? It's like a dependa, but apotamus. Very large lady. Anyway, so I've been watching this show where white people have just gone to other countries and gotten their shit wrecked by wild animals. You guys heard of this? It's called 90 Day Fiancé. No, seriously, if that doesn't want you to improve our nation's borders, I don't know what will. I know, right? I'm killing out there on the patio. Yeah. No, so the other day I was eating dinner at this bar, and this chick just kept staring at me, you know, from across the bar, which normally I'd be into, but she was sitting there with her boyfriend. And if there is one thing I do not respect, it's a tease. So when the waiter came around, I was like, excuse me, I'd like to buy that couple a round of drinks, you know, because I'm, you know, petty. So I watch as the bartender brings them around, and, you know, then they turn to me and, like, toast. And then I realize that the boyfriend has a beer and the girlfriend has a soda because she is not drinking alcohol at the bar. She's playing a Nintendo Switch. And she is not a thick Asian. She has Down syndrome. And I'm just the creep in the corner like, yeah. Like what I'm seeing over here. You're really fulfilling her special needs, aren't you? What can I say? I'm downs with the relationship. It's like I always say, if she ain't got a spare chromosome, don't bring her homosome. All right. Now, my mom wants me to find a nice girl and settle down. I don't like nice girls. I like girls with thin morals and fat asses. I like girls with big old titties and back problems. I have great posture, so even if she is taller than me, eventually I'll catch up. Yeah, this height is a nightmare for dating, but fantastic for mass shootings. I live in Little Rock, Arkansas, so I know the difference between fireworks and small arms fire. The first sign of trouble, I'm diving behind the tallest person in here. Hell yeah. I got you, Bonz. We'll work it out. No, I was watching, I was at a karaoke bar sitting next to this old timer, you know, and I hate karaoke. I mean, white people love karaoke. That's because white people are all thieves. I mean, seriously, you name it. Land, culture, music, you got it, we want it. It's absolutely ridiculous. Some chick can come up and sing an entire Shania Twain song, get a standing ovation. I steal one joke and I'm a hack. You know, Ashley's over at the bar getting free drinks. I'm getting talked to by my peers. Well, you know, as the director said to Alec Baldwin, this has been a blast. Give it up for Mr. Ian Redford.
Addy Herman, everybody. So, I am the walking disaster, but I'm not about to talk about myself right now. So, coming up next is one of many people whose names I always forget, but I know it right now. It's Will Ketcher, everybody.
It's okay, Ian. First time I saw your name on Facebook, I was like, Ian? That's weird. That's okay. But anyway, we're talking about disasters. So that's my dating life. It's a disaster. No, really, I'm serious. All of my exes hate me, you know? So if you're looking for references, don't call them. I also thought that'd be weird, like, if you meet somebody nice, you'd be like, you know what? I want to talk to your exes. I just want to see why you're single, you know? Anyway. But my relationship life got better about, I would say, 2 months ago? I think, yeah, 2 months ago. I think I found the one, y'all. And it's going great. It didn't start out that way. I met her on a thing called an app. Wasn't Tinder, wasn't Bumble. It was strictly for hookup. Like on the App Store, it says for the peach, not the ring. So it was a late night. I'll let you know. Anyway, you know, I texted this person. They live in Chenal, which means they're kind of rich, but you know, it was an apartment, so you know, compromise. But anyway, so you know, we make the decision to hook up. And so I get there, and I thought we would, you know, talk for, you know, just a while. A great way to do this is to play truth or dare, okay? And if they can't think of anything, you always say this. You always say, if you say dare or something, you go, think about it. I would do anything you want to. Or if you say truth, it'd be like, think about it. You can ask me anything. You know, it's like, what's your past ex? What would your past ex say about you? And I'd be like, she would say, he's still alive? Damn it. You know what I'm talking about, right? Okay. Anyway, but anyway, she didn't want to talk. She let her dogs out, and then she started getting undressed, and I was like, what are you doing? She's like, get your pants off. Let's get this over with. I got work in the morning. I know. So, you know, naturally, as a man, I should be like, this is awesome. But I was scared. And she was like, she was one of those people that knew she was pretty. Like, she had, like, boudoir shots up on the you know, wall of her and scantily clothed. I mean, one time she was one time she was babysitting this kid. No. I misspoke. Babysitting this child, yeah. The child sees her room and says, why are some of your pictures upside down? I mean, these kind of pictures. So anyway, she was hot, and she still is. I don't know why I had to clarify that. You know, the hurricane messed her up. No. You know what I'm talking about, right, Evans? Anyway.
Yes!
Okay, but anyway, she is hot, and I am worried. Things aren't going according to plan already. Like, I cannot get hard. So what does my brilliant mind do? I'll be like, I'll pleasure her, you know? Maybe that'll turn me on. It doesn't work. This goes on for like, you know, 10, 15 minutes, you know, doesn't really go well. And she says those 5 words that I've only ever heard in a movie. I think you should go. These words will bring you to your knees. No, not in a good way. They will they will bring you down. Way down. You know what I'm talking about, right? Short guy in the back. Way down. Sorry. Anyway, so she says, I think you should go. And most people in this scenario should be like, yeah, you're right. Porn's better. But I'm like, no, not tonight. I've been single for 4 months. It's been no. I've been single longer than that. Anyway, but she says, I think you should go. And I say, no. I'm going to eat you out. And she's like, tired at this point because she has a job or something. I don't know. So she goes like, okay. And I was like, wow, we're getting eaten out. She goes, I'm going to be on my phone if that's okay. Just to let you know, if somebody's doing that to me, I'm not going to be like, what's on Twitter? Let's see what Trump said. No, I'm going to be like, this is awesome. But anyway, I don't know why, but her being so humiliating to me, like, turns me on. So anyway, I get it up, I go in, but the thing is, I guess I like humiliation, but bad news for her, because when she says, choke me, I'm like, you first. But anyway, it gets going, it's going great, we switch positions like 1, 2, 3 times, anyway. Then she says, the 8 words every guy should want to hear. Well, no, but they were great for me to hear. She was on her side, and she was going, why didn't you do this in the first place? And I'm like, I wanted to, I just couldn't. But anyway, it's great. And then I say, can I have your number? And she's like, I guess. So a few days go by, I call her, and I'm like, hey. And she's like, who is this? And I'm like, it's Will. And she goes, who? And I was like, the guy. And she's like, what? And I was like, I should have done some stuff in the first place. I choked you. And she was like, oh, yeah. Hey, what's up? Anyway, now we've been dating for like 2 months, and let me just say, the 3rd time we hung out, we were doing it, and she said, oh, fuck this. I love you. So I'm scared now. That's me. I'm Main's Will. Thank y'all.
I feel like none of us saw that ending coming. All right. All right, just real quick, before I bring up the next person, I was reminded, this is one of those moments where I was reminded of a thing, so I'm going to talk about a thing. Another disaster, but in my dating life. So this one time, I went on this date with this woman who was like a solid 7 or 8 years older than me, but she was like super cool. She was like super hot and confident and smart, and like she had recently like lost a lot of weight. And she was like fit, and she like still had the personality of somebody who wasn't hot in high school. So she was like pretty awesome, honestly. And like, so like we had a great night. We had an awesome date, and like she was super into me, and I was super into her, and it was pretty cool. And then like we got back to my house at the end of the night. We were in her car, and like we made out a little bit. Things were going great, and I was just like, all right, well, I was still in that like mindset of like you have sex on the second date. So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna like end things on a high note, and go home and go to bed. And she was like, we don't have to do that. And I had it did not process. I did not know what she was saying. I was just like, that's true. Anyway, good night. So then I went to bed for the night, and she went home. And then like the next date we had was like kind of awkward and just like, I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing out there. Like I tried, but like, I don't know. At the end of the day, she was just like, you're cool, but you're super young. I don't think you know what you're doing. And I was like, you're right. That's a personal disaster. Yeah. Anyway. I mean, you can clap for it. It's fine. Look, I hate that I have to do this, but coming up next is Spin Push, everybody.
Ian, I've known you for like 3 years now. What the fuck, dude? Thank you, Dustin. Hey, I'm really sorry to hear about your house. That is horrible. I know what you're going through. I lost Wi-Fi for a week, so we're all hurting. It's a tough time. I'm on a low data plan, so it's rough. I have to go to Starbucks to use Wi-Fi, so it kind of feels like I don't have a house. I'm glad Zane came back in because I figured he'd be the only one that laughed about that. That was about right. Thank you, Isaac. There's this cat that's been meowing really loud outside my apartment, and I figured it was a stray, like from the tornado, ran away or something. So I felt bad. I took it out some food and water finally, and it just kind of sniffed at both of them, and then walked away, kept meowing really loudly and sticking its ass up in the air, which is what cats do when they're in heat. So I was like, oh, you just want me to fuck you. So I did. And let me tell you, that pussy was a disaster. No, I didn't fuck that cat. I might have, though, if it hadn't rudely rejected my generous offer of food and water. Like, fuck you, cat whore. And I thought you were a refugee. I was trying to do something nice. I killed it. I've been seeing a lot of really terrible custom license plates driving around. Speaking of disasters, I'm just gonna say that for every joke, whether it's related. I'll tell you what's a disaster. It is true that I've been seeing a lot of terrible custom license plates. I saw one that said "Try G Sus," like TRYGSUS. I was like, Grant, you're a guitar player. Yeah, they weren't talking about the G suspended chord. It wouldn't make sense if they were. It'd be like, what are we talking, 4 or 2? What interval are you talking about? Anyone else play guitar? Well, why didn't you fucking laugh? I'm just kidding. Sorry. No, it said try Jesus, but I was like, if you wanted people to think about Jesus, you could have just put Jesus. You can write whatever you want, because then I'd be like, oh yeah, I should go to church more. But instead, I'm like, try Jesus. Oh, fuck you. And fuck Jesus too, you piece of shit. Fuck Jesus. Okay. I drove by this. I saw this tanker truck drive by the other day, and in big letters on the side, it said "inedible." I was like, I figured. Is that really necessary? Is that a big problem they were having? People like, hey, what is that? A bunch of soup or something? No, these are hazardous chemicals. We better put a sign up. Are they gonna have like guys standing out when they're pouring cement like, hey, keep walking, folks, this is not food. Can't eat this stuff. Keep it moving. I see a lot of this shit. I'm a FedEx driver, so I'm on the road all day. And, I listen to like podcasts and comedy, so I'm just laughing hysterically while driving around town. And I like to imagine everyone that passes me just sees me going, ah, just like driving down the road. Oh, what the fuck is with that? Guy really loves his job. Man. I have this little iPad in the truck that I use to like follow the route, and sometimes the sun is too bright and I can't see the screen, so I have to like put my hand up to cover it, and it's really close to the Hitler salute. It's like right there, and it's kind of far away, so I actually have to extend my arm. It's really. So now these people are just passing a FedEx driver going, ah, laughing. Jesus Christ. Was the Joker a Nazi? Oh. He should have been. Why not? Yeah, might as well be. He'd be a lot cooler if he was. Well, no. You know, things like tornadoes, natural disasters, they do make you realize like how vulnerable we all are. Like, I think it's weird that all of our lives still depend on the harvest. You ever think about that? Isn't that weird? Hell yeah. It's not even fall yet. I'm doing harvest jokes. I knew you'd love it, Dustin. I don't know why, it just sounds like some medieval shit, like the harvest, but all our food still comes from crops. Like, with all the technology, we have electric cars, we've been to space, we have nukes, and it still just comes down to, hope there's a good harvest this year. But if someone said that to you, you'd be like, the harvest, no, I get my food from a store, idiot. This fucking guy. I fall asleep to these YouTube videos that are just like ambient noise for 8 hours. And I saw one the other night that said, "You're in the trenches, World War I ambiance." What? Yeah, that sounds real cozy. Can you imagine going to one of those soldiers? Like, yeah, people are gonna fall asleep to this one day. Your brother's dying around you. Some people like audiobooks and music. I prefer the Great War. I should have ended on the last joke. I'm going to be doing the Hitler salute and laughing like a maniac outside. If you want to talk to me, good night, everybody.
All right, Ben the Joker would be cool if he was a Nazi push, everybody. Yeah, it's going to be your slogan forever now. All right, coming up next, we got another Ben. It's Ben Malone, everybody.
Speaking of double bins, I don't know how this set is gonna go, cause I'm very cross-faded right now. Yeah, I'm drunk and high. Same time, for those of you who don't know. Hi, how are y'all doing? This is gonna go. Anyway, no man. When I was looking, when I saw the flyer for tonight, I was just skimming it really fast, and I left out the word about. So I thought it just said, an open mic disaster. And I was like, yeah, makes sense. I don't know. This is fun. Yeah. That's Jesus. Okay. Anyway, have we talked about it? No. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. I'm just gonna stand here for a while. Yeah, I can pick one y'all laugh or something. I don't know. Anyway, no man. I do have some jokes. I'm sorry about your house, man. Like, that sucks. I'm gonna say it again. Every comic now. Thanks, Zane. Anyway, but yeah. Anyway, no, man. Man, can I do my bit anyway? No. I don't know. Like, okay, you probably heard it. Anyway, yeah, we get too many tornadoes around here, man. I don't know about you, but I've been in and out of the closet so many times I'm sexually confused. Right? But, stupid. Yeah, the last time, I can't even remember what I'm talking about. But last time, I was watching the severe weather coverage. They had these meteorologists talking about storm chasers, and they said you shouldn't be a storm chaser unless you're a trained professional. But you don't have to be a trained professional to be a storm chaser. You just need a pickup truck, a 30-pack of beer, and a death wish. It's kind of fun. I volunteered this past weekend to help with the cleanup down in the Kingwood neighborhood, and volunteering is a fun way, to like, giving back, give back, man. If you can't give financially, give your time, that's what I say. But anyway, but it's a good way to meet people, man. It's like I pick up pieces of roof and I say, I got shingles, I'm ready to mingle. Right. Okay, I thought that was sweet. Okay, anyway, but you know what's crazy? I drove by the Kroger on Rodney Parham. The one that got the roof blown off, man. They actually have a fucking big ass blue sign that says "Store is closed." Like, who's that for? You know, like just some couple. Hey, look, honey, they got greenhouses. You know, I was like, what? Why do they need a big fucking sign? I mean, but it was made. They pre-made it. Like, we're never gonna use these. You know, think about it. Somebody had to think that. Somebody had to think there's gonna be a disaster and there's gonna be a store with a roof blown off. We gotta have some signs made to put up. All right, I'm done with that. But speaking of disasters, the news is always a disaster. They cover everything like a disaster, you know. They go, tonight at 6, local man goes to the post office. Will his packages arrive on time? And the answer is no. but you know, yeah, I don't know. There's so many bad shit on the news. Like, I just wish for once, like, you know, there's always a mass shooting. You know, like, I just wish for once, like, you know, instead of a story about an active shooter, there's a story about an inactive shooter. Like, hey, don't go in the break room because Mike's pissed. But the fucked up part is even that has happened. Right? I mean, yeah, even that, like, someone just sat on their ass and, like, you know, yeah, fuck. Anyway, I don't know. But you know what I think the media should do? It's all, I believe, I got another bit I want to talk about first, but I don't know, y'all know me, I got ADD really bad, but I also have GAD, generalized anxiety, you know, disorder, and, right, and like, but the fucked up, but you know, what's funny about that, okay, some people say it's, it's genetic, some people say it's from shit in the news, but I say it was basically a Southern Baptist upbringing, because I was like, they said, why don't they're like, if you have a problem, just pray to God and give it to Him, and He'll take care of it. And so for some reason, I got confused, and I thought that pray and worry were the same thing. Well, I got this fucking nailed down. I'm praying more than anybody, you know, like, yeah. So anyway, skip 2. Anyway, I thought that was funny, but yeah, okay, thanks. But yeah, anyway, but speaking of which, but yeah, the news is always talking, you know, it's just one disaster after another. If you ask me, they should stop talking about how many people are killed each day, how many people are murdered, and just talk about how many people are fucking and having babies. Right? Right? I mean, okay, you know, just show the baby, just go in the nursery, take a shot at how many kids were born that day, and it's like, hey, they aren't that cute, you know, leave, you know, just end the night on a good note. That's all I'm saying. Maybe not this set, but, you know, anyway. Anyways, Jesus Christ. Anyway, I thought, how's my time up here? Oh, that's my time? Oh, shit. Okay, anyway, I gotta go. Yeah, thanks, everybody, for listening to me. Anyway, y'all have a good rest of the night. Thanks, everybody.
Hey, man, what did Jesus die for if it wasn't for kids to be game, all right? Grant paid me $1 to say that. All right, moving on. We've got a newcomer to the Moose. This is their first time here tonight. Put it together for Isaac Strassner, everybody.
I know what you guys are thinking. This guy looked like he quickly rolled out of bed before he got here. I did. Yeah, her husband was not happy, let me tell you. Yeah, last time I'll do that. You also might be thinking, oh man, what's wrong with his hair? It looks all frizzy and messed up. That is the product of sawdust. I got it from my job. My job is I go into people's houses and I steal their sawdust. I often fall when doing so, and it gets in my hair like this. I got a tough time being up here. I'm insecure. And people always tell me, hey man, you gotta learn to turn off that negative voice, listen to the positive one. But I'm too self-aware, so if I'm on my job and I mess something up, like falling down, my negative voice is like, you know you're an idiot, right? But my positive voice is like, yeah, and you suck with people. Yeah, we just talked about a lot of sad stuff right in the row. Here, I was actually at a store today. I was at a health food store. And I was at a health food store because it was the last place I thought to look for hope. No, I was in there buying protein powder.
No. I was buying protein powder for a lot of, like the same reason you buy protein powder. Anybody who's ever bought protein powder knows. I dropped my grandmother's ashes and I need something to put in the vase. That's what I needed. And so, no, but whenever I was ringing it up, the guy said, man, I love this stuff. It's better than a morning cup of coffee. I was like, have you had a morning cup of coffee? Because it's definitely way better than this. I don't even know why I'm buying it, because this story is not true. I'm glad some people are liking this. This is good. I'm getting like a few titters, like here and here and here. This is great. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm socially awkward. I'm actually partially on the spectrum. So if you guys are looking to pity fuck anyone tonight, no? I'm an autistic virgin. It's a wild ride. There's a sign-up sheet in the back. Yeah. It's great. No. I'm actually having a tough time. Well, actually, let's switch gears. Do you guys like campfire stories? Yeah. Do you guys like positive campfire stories? No. Sure. Well, I'm going to tell one. Great, because my house burned down. Hell yeah. Yeah, these candles are giving me PTSD. We need to put them out. No, whenever my house burned down, my mom actually posted a picture of it online. And all the comments said, thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. But after a while, it was just prayers, prayers, prayers. I'm like, my dog and my cat died. Can I get some fucking thoughts? Because... And here's the thing, when you pass on... No, listen. I got a point. Don't give up on me yet. I got something coming, all right? When you say, you got to say the full expression, all right, to make it work. Nobody walks around and says, my condolence, like you have a quota to fill. And if you add thoughts, at least you're contributing something. If you just say prayers, you're just giving your responsibility to the man upstairs. That's like if I did this. If I walked up to my buddy and I'm like, hey man, I was thinking about helping you move. Well, are you? No. But the Lord might. Yeah. Whenever my house burned down, something in my house burst. And so after the fire died down, my house actually flooded as well. And then several weeks later, a tornado ran through my house. So we're thinking about moving. Getting out of there. But these rent prices are high as hell. And these idiots in the back won't stop talking, so I can't get through the rest of my jokes. No. Oh, we're done? Okay, all right. Guys, I usually do a little bit better than this. I'm sorry. Thank you, I appreciate it. No, but a guy, and I'll tell you what's wrong. A guy came up to me before the show, and he was like, hey, man, stand-up comedy is easy as fuck. And that pissed me off, because I'm a virgin. Fucking ain't easy. Thank you, guys.
Isaac Streisner, everybody. Somebody tell Lena to come inside. All right, so back to the skunk spray story, right? So, like, I'm sitting there telling that story to the people at 94.1, The Point. And, like, honestly, I don't blame them. Like, you're sitting there, you work at a radio station, you listen to a 9-year-old who's autistic. You listen to an autistic 9-year-old talk for 20 fucking minutes about his mom throwing up. Like, you're not going to air that shit. Lena, you're going up.
Lena, where you going?
Okay, Lena's got to get her wine. All right. Since we're taking a drink break, the wine was inside. Can somebody grab me a beer? Grant, give me a Bud Light. All right, put it together for an old loose favorite, Lena May Matheny, everybody.
Hey, can you hear me? Am I close enough?
We love you, lady.
Yeah, I know. All right, so I'm going to start it off with saying I'm really sorry for what happened to our city, to specific people in our group that had specific damage to their surroundings. but everyone fucking lived. All of our babies lived. We're good. All right. With that being said, this shirt is what I wore in the tornado. It says, farewell. If I died, I wanted the person to pick up my body to be like, oh, this fat bitch said goodbye. And it has a whale on it. It's so funny. I appreciate her. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so the only tornado story, I have many tornado stories because I'm from a part of Arkansas that gets lots of tornadoes, and I've been through a bunch. But the funniest tornado story I have is that when my mother was pregnant with me, we lived in Oklahoma, which is Tornado Alley, and we lived in a trailer. All right, so my mother, who was 7 months pregnant with me, was at the grocery store when a tornado was headed straight towards our trailer. And I was like, fuck. Well, I didn't say that. My mom was like, fuck. I was in her womb, so I just probably bubbled. I bubbled, woo! Because her adrenaline hit me. But anyway, she gassed it. Everyone else in the grocery store went to the basement. They have a basement in the grocery store in Oklahoma because tornadoes are a thing. Tornadoes are a thing that happen all the fucking time. And so everyone went in the basement, but she got in the car and she drove towards our trailer. She had the gas pedal all the way down and was going 45 because she was drag racing this tornado towards our house. The wind was like blowing against her. It was blowing this way and she was going this way. And anyway, she finally got to our trailer. And no one was there. She was like, where's my babies? I have 2 older siblings that were there. Where's my babies? Where's my husband? They had been taken by our landlords to a shelter. But so she said she just stood there in panic and watched the farmhouse behind her trailer being taken out. And the cows flying around and her just being like, fuck. And anyway, and then my folks showed up and anyway. But what I was wanting to say is that tornadoes happen all the fucking time. It's fucked up that it happened to us. When anything happens to you, it's fucked up. But it happens all the time. It's happening more and more because of global warming, because of us, because of all the cow farts. Methane is going up to the atmosphere, and Mother Earth is like, fuck y'all, I'm turning on the fan. Fuck y'all, I don't care what happens. I'm turning on the fan. And so, shit happens. And yeah, like shit happens. I'm listening to you, Dustin Vance. You're going up next.
It was Johno.
It wasn't. Anyway. Where was I? Oh, I talked about my mom. Oh. So what I wanted to say was that so in a disaster, shit gets fucked up for you, right? Shit, you don't have electricity, you don't have hot water, you don't have blah, 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 you don't have a roof over your head. Fuck you. I've lived that life as a child, and no one helped me. People kept together for the storms. People always come together. But when it's that little girl that lives her life with no electricity and running water, yeah. Yeah, where were you then? Where were the Good Samaritans then? I rode a black horse at night to the gas station on my dirt road to collect water in water bags on my horse to then go heat up on a stove, wood-burning stove, to make bath water so I could bathe that night, so I could wash my clothes that night, to go to school the next day. I'm just saying, like, disasters are fucked up, but people live that every day, and you should remember that. Anyway, I love you guys. That wasn't really funny, but I'm just saying, like, shit gets fucked up. Love you, and
Where were you then, God?
that's why I don't believe in God. Oh, whatever. You know, all right, I'm gonna tell you. Listen, can I tell another story really quick?
Do it! Yeah!
Yes.
Fucking tell it! Fuck Ian!
All right. Well, yes, but also I have good things to say. So I used to walk to church by myself in my little fuzzy jacket and my Bible that had my name on it. And then my Sunday school teacher took my money. She was also our where we paid our rent to, and she said we didn't pay our rent, so we got kicked out, and we had to live in that 3/4 of a trailer without running water and electricity. That was my Sunday school teacher. Fuck. But that's also how I knew how recently I had a washing machine go out, and I knew how to wash my clothes because in the bathtub, because I knew from a child how to do that. Fucking sad. Fuck you guys.
Lena Shit Happens Matheny, everybody. I didn't know about the horse with the water bags. I think I met your mom on Red Dead Redemption 2, honestly. Okay, anyway. All right, shut the fuck up, everybody. Let's move on to the next to last comic, another old moose favorite. And he recently decided to change his name, and I'm here to inform everybody what the new name is. It's Vancer, everybody. There you go.
100% did not ask for my name to be changed. Listen, here's the deal. One time in my life, I was friends with these guys that used to be in a fraternity. They weren't even in the fraternity anymore, but they used to be. And they loved the movie Animal House. And so they had their house, and they called it the Delta House. And I've never seen Animal House, but apparently that's relevant. And one guy there one time called me Vancer, and I thought it was pretty cool. And I was like, man, I wish that had taken off as a general nickname for me. And honestly, it didn't. It didn't take off. I wanted it to take off. Like, add the R. White people love adding a hard R to things. I thought it would have gone great. Also, I need to know how many of you thought that was a rambling story with nowhere to go. Exactly. That's how you know that even when I'm drunk and I'm a trained goddamn professional. A lot of people don't know it, but Juilliard actually offers a comedy class. Yeah. It's not all dance, okay? I'll pat 'em array with the best of them. But until then, it's jokes. All right, this next one, I'm not going to lie. It's for only people wearing velour green. I need the rest of y'all to hear. This is going to be an earmuff situation for the rest of you. Okay? All right, well, go on and go up then, okay? Because, listen, I think of green, and like every other white person, I think of a leprechaun. And for me personally, that makes me think of Green Day. Yeah. All the Green Day songs sound like they are sung by a leprechaun. They do, man. Think about it. I walk a lonely road, the only road that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but I know it's me and I walk alone. It's weird, man. Yeah, you can all hear it now. And I'm sorry for ruining Green Day for you. Okay, I am. I'm honestly am. I hope you had the time of your life. That's weird. It's also extra weird that Johno Banks came up here and did nothing Irish. Not a single thing. It's actually, if you think about it, it's kind of racist that he did that. I never thought of him as a nationalist, but he did. He did it. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. I got to work on at least one or two jokes that I've got to do tomorrow in Springfield. And here's the deal about the gig in Springfield tomorrow. I am headlining, which is cool, right? Yes! Hell yeah! But I have overpromised about the amount of time I can do. Right. Exactly. But think about this. Okay? Think about it. Tonight, so far, I've not done a single real joke. I've just done jokes that I thought about at the end of the bar while I'm in a drunken stupor and trying not to make eye contact with Jake and Sully. So I think we're going to be okay. I think it's going to be like that moment when Robert Redford came up to bat and he had fucking Natural Boy and he fucking launched it. If you know that joke, take your multivitamin because you are old as shit. You are old as shit, okay? All right, okay. Now, think about this, now that I've got you all to trust me. When I was a little kid, like, you know how your family has, like, their own names and words for everything, you know? And, like, traditionally, like, they change as you get older into, like, whatever the real thing was. But when I was little, your private parts were called your bobo. Not the bobo joke. Yes! That's what we called them. Like, when I was a baby, I learned it as eyes, ears, bobo. Like, I didn't... Yeah, I know, because the issue is that growing up, like, other things were named Bobo. There's Bobo the Clown. Bobo the fucking candy bar. No shit, when I was 10 years old, our neighbor had a dog named Bobo. They brought it over and they were just like, hey, you want to pet our dog? It's just on the tip of the nose. Just stroke it. They leave and they're like, come, Bobo, come. Come. Come, Bobo, come. Come. It was bad. Ah. Next joke.
I love this part.
So, when the tornado hit, okay, it affected a lot of people's lives, okay? And I think we already heard earlier that it blew somebody's house down like Wicked Witch of the West style, okay? So let's take a moment to think about that some people actually lost lives and loved ones, okay? It's a French cigarette that's off Francais. It was a left-handed cigarette. Here's the weird thing, because like every time when a tornado comes through or a disaster comes through, like somewhere on the pile of rubble, somebody will climb up and mount an American flag. Which is weird because like we put American flags on battlefields we've conquered, not at 1304 Walnut Street. Like don't. It's somebody like, hey, yeah, get that American flag up there. Just stab it through an old wedding photo or a kid's stuffed animal. Yeah, right there in that pile of shattered dreams. That's it. That's the one. If anything, we need to be planting a flag of the tornado just in there like, yeah, he got us. He got us. Fair enough. He got us. He did. All right, guys. What's my time right now?
How you done?
How what? I've got 1 minute to go? Yeah. All right. Okay. No, I'm not going to do the Bobo joke again because listen, when I was a kid, I didn't even get a sex talk. I got nothing, okay? They gave me Bobo, and then they just fucking sent me out into the world, and they were like, hey, buddy, it's all holes or poles. You'll get it. You'll get it. You will get it. And eventually, I did. I did. But here's the, okay, let's switch gears. All right, listen. You guys, you trust me. You're here with me. We're ready. We're all here together. Does everybody know the word abracadabra? Yeah. Don't fucking patronize me. You know it or you don't. Either everybody knows it or nobody knows it. Let's hear it from you. You barely said it. Abracadabra? Yes! I wasn't expecting her to say that. I thought you were going to say, yeah! Even better that you said abracadabra. I didn't know it. That's fucking awesome. Okay, here's the deal. The word abracadabra was invented in the fucking 1930s, right? They made it as like a word to like focus on shit, okay? And so you can, and like if anybody's got pen and paper or just their phone, you can do this. It's pretty cool. So like if you write down the word abracadabra and then underneath it, Erica, look, underneath it, if you go down and you skip over one letter and you write down abracadabra again, and then you keep doing that, eventually, and you can actually do this. Yeah, somebody try it for legitimately because like if you do it, seriously. If I can get one more person to do it, it'll free me from the curse. Oh, thanks, guys. My name's Dustin Vance. Yes. Yay for me.
I'm not a total piece of shit. I have a value.
That's fair.
Put it together for Vancer, everybody. We've all agreed that's his new name, Vancer, everybody. All right. Here to close things out for y'all, end up with a good one. Bringing up the classic Irish comedian, the one and only May Gaiden, everybody.
So I'm gonna tell you, I'm extremely happy to be back at the Moose. I'm glad to find out that ain't shit changed. I appreciate that. Who says you can't go home? No. So tonight's theme is disasters, and I do want to say, Lena, can you hear me out there? You know, she. I just wanted to check because I just wanted to address her because y'all, she got up here and said some real shit. She said she watched this tornado fuck up Little Rock, and people came from out of the state and around the world donating money and donating their time and their energy and coming together to help us here in the central metropolitan area where this tornado fucked us up. And when she lived in the backwoods water, didn't nobody fuck with her like that. You know what I'm saying? And so to that I say, Lena, you all right. Shit happens. Shit happens like Flint doesn't still have water. Black men are over incarcerated. Women can't have abortions in certain states. Shit happens. But bitch, you're white. So if you still fucked up life, I think that's a you thing. I don't think that's a society thing, bitch. You were born with an upper hand, bitch. Don't talk to me about suffering. I'm sorry, y'all. I just got a little personal when she said that shit. I am degreed and black, and she'll still get a job before me in that condition. You understand me? She'll be okay. She'll live. Anyway, talking about disasters, I felt bad about my guy in the back talking about his height. Let me tell you something, sir. Yeah, that's you. Yeah. Don't you be ashamed of being short. You understand me? You just make sure people respect you while you're short. You understand me? Everybody deserves respect. If he approach you and you let them put your thing and they, what is it? Your bobo in their hole. You tell that bitch to respect you. Matter of fact, don't let that bitch treat you any kind of way. You tell that bitch to open the door for you when you go somewhere. You understand me? You make her pay the tab. When y'all walking down the street, you make her be a gentle lady and you walk on the inside of the sidewalk. And if she asks you why are you making me do all these manly like things, you say, well, bitch, it seems you brought more meat. You understand me? And that's how you do that. I will say, I have never in my life experienced as much back-to-back bullshit like as last month. You know what I mean? Because I realized with me wearing green, and I didn't know that Dustin wouldn't be able to tell the difference between velour and a motherfucker that got a job. But it's a difference because this ain't velour, and we're not all the way sure Dustin got a job. You know what I'm saying? We're not positive. He got a popo. You know what I was to say, Dustin, I don't know. I'm not too excited. He got that beer gut going. I don't know if the inches out reflected the inches in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know.
Body shaming's hurtful.
Sir, I've been this size since 5th grade. I don't want to hear shit about body shaming ever. I have sex with fat men. Like, the guy behind the bar is halfway my type. You understand me? You might damn near need to double them for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like my men with a nice size. Well, I don't call it the fupa on men. I call it a hood. Because, big men shaped like box Chevys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to lift it up, put it on my stomach, on my back, and take care of my big man. You understand me? I'll be honest though, the hurtful part is that the older I get, the big men with the big meat are starting to get married or die of diabetes. So I'm left with so many, disruptions to stop me from having my big man fantasies. And I was so upset because I met this big guy. We went on dates. Everything was great. And so we got home. Things got a little spicy. And, I lifted up the hood, to check what was up under there. And I had to get a flashlight to see where the hood was. And I'm going to tell you, I didn't find that man's penis, but I know he need to change out his carburetor. That's all I'm saying. Like, and then he gonna tell me, he was like, just, do something else. I'm like, sir, I am not tapping your starter. You understand me? We're not doing all that work. So I'm single and it's not really too bad being single. What's really bad is that I'm single and I moved back in with my parents. And my parents are late 50s, early 60s, now. And what I did not know is that when your parents cross over 55, all of a sudden, the very people that told you to not do drugs get served the best drugs by their doctor to the front door. My parents get excited every time the mailman passes. You understand me? My dad has a bag of drugs that could knock out an elephant. You understand me? He is a 100% disabled veteran. He served 21 years in the military, defending his. Thank you so much. And for that reason, he gets outstanding drugs. You understand me? My dad, I had a cold one time, and my dad was like, "Have you taken anything?" I said, "Yeah, I've been taking Sudafed. It's gonna, wear on eventually. It just sucks." He said, "Oh no, I got a Sudafed for you." I said, "Oh no, Dad." I went and bought Sudafed. I'm good. He's like, no. I have a Sudafed for you. So my dad goes, he gives me his little Sudafed. I've never seen, Sudafed is always what color? Red, right? Even if you get a prescription, your Sudafed is either red or white, one or the other. This motherfucker was yellow. Exactly. I should have thought something was wrong immediately. So I go and I take a shower, and I took the Sudafed when I got out the shower, and I was gonna get dressed. I get the towel around me, and I woke up at 4:32 the next morning, laid out between the bathroom and my bedroom, ass naked, with a towel stuck between my ass cheeks, And I was like, where the fuck did she come from? "Oh, you was sleeping so good, I just let you rest." Like, what the fuck? What's going on around here? Did I get knocked on? No? Okay. Nah, better knocked on than knocked up. Listen, so as I move on to that, my mother has been the most grateful person that we have legalized medical marijuana. Because, yes, she is. My Sunday school teaching, Bible open to Psalms 31, mother, is usually higher than giraffe pussy on any given day. And what kills me is she won't smoke weed, right? She won't smoke weed. But that bitch has a gummy for every problem. You know what I'm saying? Your car won't start, here's a gummy. You know? Had a rough day at work, here's a gummy. You know? I actually went through a really bad breakup, and I had started a new job, and so I was so stressed out, and all that stuff going on. And my mom walks by me shaking a bag with what I thought was just regular candy and goes, "You need a nap. Stay right there. So in my mind, I'm like, you know what, Mom is right. I probably do need a nap. So I getting cozy. This time I know that I'm gonna sleep real good, so I got on the good pajamas. And every lady in here knows, normally drawers and a bra are as optional as possible. But when you put on them cotton bloomers to go to bed, you plan on sleeping like a motherfucker, don't you, boy? It's something about some cotton bloomers spread across your ass that gives you the security to sleep well at night. I'm telling you, look, you still sleeping with no drawers on, ain't it? No, get you some bloomers, bitch, and see what happens. Telling you, Christy got a whole lot of ass. She know about some bloomers. Christy ass, you heard when she sat down. That motherfucker got some weight on. But them bloomers ain't the Christy, you know. So I got real comfortable, had my PJs on, and my mom walks in the room. She says, "Hey, here you go." It was a yellow dolphin. I said, "Oh, Mom, thank you. I have never had melatonin before. I'm glad I get to try it to see how it works." I woke up Thursday. My mom has better marijuana access than I did in all 4 years of college. And I'll tell you, and I'm just very proud of her for that, for breaking that free. She also discovered CBD candles. Have y'all ever used a CBD candle? Ian, that sounds like some shit you would like. No? So, apparently, they take the CBD and make a wax candle. And you light it, and the effects fill the room. The first experience of that, I was down and I was watching cartoons, like we got Bullwinkle up there. But I was actually watching SpongeBob. I'm a grown ass person, and sometimes I need to watch mindless television, right? And SpongeBob is a goddamn classic, all right? So I'm sitting there watching SpongeBob. My mom told me, she said, hey, I gotta step out right quick. She asked me to watch the stove. I said, okay, cool. I'm sitting on the couch, kitchen right behind me. She cleaned the kitchen, and I'm gonna let y'all in on a little black culture. When we clean a room and it's clean, we light a candle. Cause that candle should signify to you, don't bring your ass in here fucking shit up. The candle is lit. So I heard her light the candle. I'm like, oh, the kitchen clean, cool. I'm just waiting on the roast to finish. I'm gonna watch my cartoon. About 5 minutes later, all of a sudden, SpongeBob was in 3D. Then about 5 more minutes later, SpongeBob and Patrick was sitting in my goddamn living room with me, watching SpongeBob. About 5 minutes later, we had to order pizza because I let that goddamn roast burn. Y'all, thank y'all so much for having me tonight, working some stuff out. Y'all give it up one more time for Ian. Thank you, Jason, for the move.
May Gaiden, everybody. Man, I could really go for some weed right about now. I don't know about y'all. But thank you guys for showing up. This has been The Moose. This has been Bullwinkle Wednesday. I'm glad we have such a good turnout, everybody. I hope you had a good time. I'm going to keep saying nonsensical words until he tells me that the camera's off. I'm going to continue saying more words to you. People at home, bye, everybody. Let me know.